Hello YouTube. So we just moved our last batch of birds that we hatched out into the chicken tractor so they can finish sizing up before we integrate them with our flock. The birds that were in here are off in their house recalculating. These birds are a little scared, hiding in the corner, trampling each other. Hopefully no one gets hurt, but that's just it's just new to them, so that's how it is. But they're out here, and we'll go over. And the batch that were in there are now in their new home, the saloon. So you can kind of see them through the window. I'm not going to really open the door up, but they're in here. They'll be in here for, this is the 4th day, so they'll be in here for 5 days recalculating. If you've ever messed with chickens and you want to rehome them to where they go back home, you need to recalculate them. So lock them in somewhere for 4 or 5 days. I always go with let them out on the 5th day, right before dark, probably 2 hours, and we'll let them out. The door will open. They'll go out. They'll get used to everything. They will unfortunately be picked on by the rest of our flock just a little bit. So that's the other reason why I do it at the end of the day. It's just a couple hours of being harassed. Let the pecking order go, and then they will know that this building is home, and they will go home. And those birds know that this chicken house, our jail, is their home. And they'll all go home. Everything will go back to normal. The following morning, we will actually have the door on this house open about 45 minutes earlier, so they can come out and not be harassed, get a feel for the area, and then the other birds will come out. It won't be all at once, so the pecking order, harassment, whatever, won't be as bad. We've done this several times, and we've done it when we had only 2 houses, but now that we have 3, the other ones will stay in the chicken tractor for 3 or 4 weeks, get sized up, and then we'll do the same thing. We'll move them into the church and put them in lockdown for 5 days, and then let them out. Same thing. That's just our system. It works fairly well. And then, as this older flock here starts to age and some of them die off or whatever, if we get in that situation, we'll pull them, put them all in the chicken tractor, a group that's going to live in a house, and let them get used to each other in the same living quarters, and then back to whatever house we choose. And everything recalculates. Chickens have a GPS for the place they roost at nighttime. You could literally, we have done this. That first saloon is small enough that I can pick that up with my tractor forks. And what we did with it originally is we moved it around because we totally free ranged our birds until the fox came and found them. We did that system for a couple years and everything was fine. But one thing we learned during that experience is if we move the house, the chickens will go in and out of the house all day, and you'll think everything is normal. But when it comes nighttime, they go back to where the house was, not where the house is. Very strange. You would think that they would be accustomed to the building and the roosting bars and everything, but we moved the house because our original system was we would put them up near where the garden is before the garden was there, and we'd put them up there in that field all summer and let them have bugs and things. And at the time, we did have a donkey that protected them. And then in the wintertime, we'd move them closer to home. Well, the first time we moved them, everything was normal. We moved them in the house, moved the house. They were in and out of the house all day, eating, drinking. Everything was normal. And then looked out at nighttime, and where the grass was dead, we had 10 chickens standing exactly where they were the night before on the roosting bar, in the exact location of the roosting bar, not at the house. So, in order to reprogram their GPS, it takes, I believe, 5 days. It may be less. You might be able to do 4 days, but 5 days works 100% of the time. 100% of the time. So, we put them in their home. Kind of look through the window. I don't want to go in there because they'll bum rush the door. They don't want to be locked in. We'll put them in there for 5 days, 4 nights, 5 days, or 5 nights, 4, however. And when they come out, we'll put them out in the afternoon late, probably around, right now it's getting dark around 9 p.m. So we'll put them out at about 5:30, 6 o'clock, maybe even 7 o'clock. Let them out. Let them just get a feel for the outside. And then we'll actually close their door a little later than the others, because the first time for them to realize they need to go in, it needs to be a little later. So this house closes at 9 o'clock right now. Everyone goes home and is in bed. But when we get these guys out running in a couple days, we'll close that door at 9:30. And that is a little risky because the fox, the weasel, all the predators are out right at dusk, but it'll be at night where I don't have to get up early in the morning. So I'll sit out on my back deck and make sure everything is safe. And 1 or 2 nights of that, and then we'll be able to bump that clock back to get them to 9 o'clock. And we pay attention to when it's starting to get dark. Right now we're after summer solstice, so the daylight hours are, reducing by a few minutes. So every, 45 days we knock about a half hour off that timer. So I don't want the door open after dark. And many people will say that you need a light to get them to go into their house at nighttime, but you don't need a light. And what I have found is if you have a light, they will stand outside the door in the light. So I don't use a light, no light. They just are trained. It's bedtime at dark. Chickens go to bed in the dark, and they'll be in. It'll be fine. So if you like this video, hit the thumbs up. Thanks for watching.